Planetary dignity in astrology deals with certain placements and the certain terms associated with those placements. So they can be domicile, exaltation, fall, detriment. And I think what you have to be careful of if you're a student of astrology or if you're interested in astrology or learning it is not to categorize these placements. Into, this placement is in false, so therefore it's, bad and negative and, difficult. This placement is exaltation, so it's the best it can possibly be. It's the best placement for this planet. Like, there's no best or better or worst. There can be more challenging or less comfortable, And so we have to be really, really mindful of looking at both sides. Yes, being, you can't just, ignore the facts. I'm guilty of it. I talk about it in my videos, where I say this placement is in fall, and I explain why, but then I go into, I acknowledge it, and that is kind of the astrological effects. But as long as you're acknowledging the positive side, because every placement has positives and negatives associated with that placement. Every placement. And so when it comes to Jupiter in Cancer, it might be, very nurturing or very, emotionally feeling and empathetic, very much connected to family. But then on the other hand, it might be obsessively emotional, too emotionally indulgent in things, too tied to family that you're not expanding out of that. So, you see Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. So, there's the negative side to that. So, there's these terms which mean things in astrology, but you cannot have bias towards placements being detriment, fall, exaltation, domicile when you're talking about them. Be neutral and acknowledge both sides of the placement. And that is what a seasoned astrologer will do.